I'm John N. Robinson III. I'm assistant professor of sociology at Princeton University. And I just want to say I hail from Suitland, Maryland, just right outside Southeast DC, in the Anacostia area of the metro area. And so I just want to say that I've come a long way from where I'm from to where I am now. And I think that I want to just thank George Mason. I want to appreciate George Mason, the institution, for the role that institution played in my journey. When I think back on my time there, I'm flooded with so many great memories of the wonderful staff there. But a few come to mind. I think of Professor Rutledge Dennis, who was one of the first professors with whom I was able to get to come to know a professor on a more personal level. I didn't have that in undergrad, and so we went to lunch very often. He would often reminisce about South Carolina and mint juleps and so on and so forth. He had such a deep and hearty laugh, and so that was a very important thing for me because he encouraged me to ask bold questions and to be authentic and to really get a sense of what the life of a professor could be like on a more personal level. I think of Professor Mark Jacob, who helped me to write recommendation letters for some things that I was applying to at the time that were really important for my career. And I remember giving it to him, and I only had a few days left, and he said, "Listen, you got to do this all over again because this is not it." And it was very straightforward. It was very blunt, but I really appreciated that. And sure enough, I really did it. I really did the whole thing over, and I think that's why I was able to really see the outcome that I was looking for. I think of Professor Karen Rosenblum. I TA'd for her, and I would just remember the feeling of there was the first time that I saw students truly captivated by a professor who was lecturing, and I thought I want to do that, and so I learned a lot from that experience. There are so many ways that my education at George Mason prepared me, but one name really comes to mind, and that's the name of Professor Amy Best. I wasn't a great student coming out of undergrad. I didn't have great grades, and I had a real passion to better my career and to really prove myself, but that wasn't always visible on paper. Amy Best, I think, really took me seriously in that moment, and she really saw something in me that maybe a lot of other people didn't see.